Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. After only 3 months of marriage, Golden Bachelor couple Gerry Turner and Theresa Nist announced their separation over 6 months ago. He recently opened up about whether he regrets his relationship with ex-wife. See what he had to say by continuing to read. Joan Vassos's advice from the Golden Bachelor hints at regret? One of Gerry Turner's most in-depth interviews since his April appearance on Good Morning America with his then-wife Theresa Nist took place. Millions of people witnessed their whirlwind courtship, which began when they met on The Golden Bachelor, culminate in a TV wedding in January 2024. However, they were on GMA to reveal the unexpected information that, after 3 months of marriage, they were divorcing and parting ways. They explained their breakup by saying that neither of them wanted to live far from their relatives. Unexpectedly showing up on The Golden Bachelorette, Gerry Turner offered Joan Vassos advice. As the protagonist of the senior offshoot, he had earlier advised her to unwind and enjoy herself. However, he questioned her odds of finding love on the show when he visited the Bachelor house. "Have you considered the possibility that your guy isn't here?" he inquired. There was conjecture that he was re-evaluating his relationship with Theresa Nist in response to the inquiry. Theresa Nist and Gerry Turner's relationship. A look into Gerry Turner's real feelings. In a recent interview with ABC 7 News, Gerry Turner answered questions about his brief marriage with openness. He refuted reports that he ruined Joan's season in an attempt to court her. They were clearly simply pals, as Gerry Turner made plain. Regarding whether or not they still speak, he affirmed what Theresa Nist had just stated. Although they are on good terms, the Bachelor Nation alum acknowledged that they don't communicate as much as they should. The hosts questioned him about whether he would have preferred to have dated Theresa Nist after the show rather than become engaged to her. Although they hurried things, Gerry Turner acknowledged it and said he didn't regret it. The encounter was exactly what it was. It's easy to have 2020's vision when looking back and trying to make changes, but that's not how things actually function. I really can't say that there is anything that I would change when you're in the flow, engrossed in the present, and making the most of all the input available to you. His one mistake. But he did own up to one regret. He claimed that following the engagement, their communication should have been improved. According to Gerry Turner, he and Theresa are normally reasonable individuals who became engulfed in their feelings. View the entire interview by clicking the link below. When the first brilliant Dating for Lone Ranger Country debuted, Gerry Turner, star of The Brilliant Single Guy, had everyone in the globe in a daze due to his tender heart. However, it seems like those feelings are fading. Many fans are changing their opinions despite the fact that Gerry Turner was brave and endearing during his time on The Brilliant Lone Ranger. It was amazing to watch Gerry date the 22 unmarried women. In addition to making history in the single-man country and defeating many of the women vying for his attention, he also changed the perception of dating in America by influencing how important it is to date after 60. It was a great moment when he and Theresa Nist walked down the aisle for the brilliant wedding. However, just 3 months after closing the deal, Gerry and Theresa jointly expressed that they were unable to make the relationship work. Their prenuptial agreement made it reasonably straightforward to go in a different direction, so they ended their marriage and started over from scratch. However, it seems that following the breakup, the love for Gerry soured. The tone changed somewhat after Gerry Turner informed TMZ that while he wasn't ready to get back out there just yet, he had plenty of options available to him when it came time. He claims, allegedly, that he is receiving a lot of direct messages, DMs, from women who approach him in the middle of the day with their phone numbers. Surprisingly, he claims he accepts the figures but isn't pursuing anyone at the moment. Even while the program has elevated him to a remarkable figure, some people find it strange that he is now talking about different choices. Furthermore, others speculate that it might be primarily his way of processing the pain of seeing another marriage end. However, some supporters speculate that he is bringing up the topic to demonstrate to Theresa Nist that he is doing just as well as she is. In addition, Some people continue to wonder if he still views her extra attention following their breakup as a source of desire. The brilliant Lone Ranger has unquestionably altered Gerry. Even while he was very private at first, the experience has made him very transparent. But a lot of followers believe that by leaving Theresa behind, he lost his second chance at everlastingly love. However, that does not imply that he is a bad person. It seems that he made a significant decision to leave Theresa behind in order to be close to his beloved children and grandchildren. Unquestionably, Gerry Turner became accessible again thanks to the brilliant single guy experience. He also dated a couple other women on the show, even though his relationship with Theresa Nist wasn't supposed to be romantic. Leslie Fema and Confidence Martin were among the last 3 female participants. Even though they were really close, they would definitely need to invest time and heal before they could consider dating Gerry again. The 2 women felt some animosity in the wake of feeling like they were his #1 decision just to be dropped toward the finish of the time. In addition, there were rumors that Gerry had abused a former girlfriend before transforming into the brilliant Lone Ranger. Whatever the case, Gerry Turner struck up a conversation with the new brilliant unhitched woman. Joan Vassos was tragically taken away during the season because she had anticipated returning home to help her family during a time of need. Some people can't stop wondering if Gerry will have an opportunity to try to win Joan over in the main brilliant lone wolfess. Even though the 2 had amazing scientific knowledge, many single-man country fans regrettably concede that they had the yuck after witnessing Gerry's admirable altercation with Theresa. The truth will eventually out, but it doesn't seem likely that he will be featured on any new single-man country shows anytime soon. How do you feel about Gerry Turner? Are you really going to miss him on any upcoming episodes of Single Man Country? Do you think that his absence from Theresa Nist has made him clingy? Would you be interested in seeing him get that opportunity to defeat Joan Vassos? Please leave a comment below. While Gerry Turner's season may have depended on the brilliant unmarried female star Joan Vassos, she will undoubtedly make a better lead than the first heartbreaker and perhaps bring the series back to life. Joan had a brief encounter on the brilliant Lone Ranger Season 1, where she appeared near several other women who were eager to see whether they might develop a relationship with Gerry. Joan successfully changed when her time on the brilliant Lone Ranger ended. She had left the show early to monitor a family emergency. Joan connected with Single Man Country, even though she had only been there for a fortnight. Even though Gerry's stint as the brilliant Lone Ranger was one of the most entertaining periods of the show in recent memory, after the season ended, things started to get more problematic. Just 1 month following the airing of the brilliant Single Man's finale, Gerry and his final choice, Theresa Nist, tied the knot in an unusual live wedding. Soon after, the couple announced that they were divorcing, dazzling Single Man Country. Though many were worried about the brilliant single girl's final outcome, Joan was quickly named the frontrunner. It became apparent right away that she would have to clean up the mess Gerry left behind. Joan is ready for an incredible journey as she prepares to take on the freshest emphasis of the brilliant series as the new brilliant single girl. Joan has shown that she is authentic during her encounter with the establishment. She previously mentioned on the brilliant lone wolf that her family meant the world to her. Joan was cast as a competitor on Single Guy Country, giving her the opportunity to portray the most authentic version of herself on screen during her supporting season, while Gerry was cast as the show's protagonist. Joan had the choice to let viewers get to know her for herself, and unexpectedly, in the brief time she spent on television while she portrayed the brilliant single man, Lone Ranger Country was eager to learn more about her. Joan has said that she treasures the time she spends with her grandchildren and that she enjoys being a mother to her grown children. She has been honest about being single, and while she still holds a great deal of care for her late husband John Vassos, she is willing to take the next step in meeting her true love. Joan must oversee the devastation Gerry left behind, despite the fact that she has an incredible foundation going into her role as the brilliant lone wolfess. Unhitched Man Country was also excited about Gerry, but the truth was not quite as true as he claimed to be in his major role. Lying about his relationships and how he dumped someone following the death of his partner, Gerry's reputation has suffered as a result of his behavior during the Brilliant Single Man Season 1, leaving Joan with a big mess to clear up. Joan must be as bona fide as possible to keep Lone Ranger Country under control. Even though Joan has a lot on her plate as the brilliant single girl, she seems incredibly enthusiastic about the trip. Joan is hoping she'll get the opportunity to clean up Gerry's mess and satisfy Lone Ranger Country to have her as a lead on the show, now that she knows she'll have the choice to handle the tensions that arise with being the lead. Gerry may have made light of the brilliant exchange, but Joan can choose to revive the brilliant lone wolfess and that aspect of the business with her upbeat outlook and perhaps endearing love story.